Hello, welcome back. Tactical Tuesday with Johnny Tiger on May 21st, 2024. What you just saw there is an example of very close quarter striking. So rather than having my hand up in front of me like in MMA or boxing, I strike straight from the hip from a very neutral position, like I'm just walking towards somebody. Right? Being able to strike hard from this distance, very vital in self-defense. Speaking of self-defense, last episode, was the last episode or the episode before that? Actually, the episode before that, we talked about the Rhino position. Talked about the pros and cons of Rhino position. So today, I want to come back and introduce a few self-defense applications of how to use them from the Rhino position. Because even though I did mention some really serious cons about the Rhino charging attack, um, the Rhino guard itself is very useful, especially in kind of a crazy situation where you might have start the fight on the defensive. And not all the fights going to start with you and I squaring off and then we start swinging. No, especially if any of you have been through domestic attack, domestic abuse, uh, you might have experienced where you're just minding your own business and then your abuser come up and start swinging, and you have no idea what the F is going on, and you're getting hit again and again. And they're super mad, and the more they hit you, the madder they get, and the more mad they get, the more you're getting hit, right? Sometimes you get into situations like that. I can't even begin to tell you how often this happened to me. Either some of them were at home when I was in high school because my father was very abusive, or sometimes I had when I was in school, I had a un- unhappy boyfriend that's thinking that I was uh, uh, doing something with their girlfriend behind the back and come up to me in the hallway and just start swinging, stuff like that. So when you start off in a very defensive situation, the Rhino will help you regain that offense very, very quick because the person is swinging wildly at your head. If you are thinking about trying to duck and trying to back away and trying to reason with them or trying to hit them back, there's a lot of chaos going on. And you might trip over something, you might get hit a few times really bad. But if they start swinging, you instantly cover up with the Rhino. Quick recap: one hand go behind your head so your forearm and elbow protects the side of your head and face. The other hand go on top of your head so your other arm and elbow shield this side of your face and the front of your face. Okay, that is covering up the Rhino position. This is a great way to regroup and really get in there because once you cover up, you don't want to stay here. But if you stay here for too long, eventually the person is going to remember that while your arms are up here, they're just going to start working on your belly and chest and kick you in the groin or kick you in the leg or on the side of the knee or something like that, right? You don't want to give them time to think about that. So while they are swinging, you want to cover up and start moving in towards them. But what do you do after you move in towards them? That's what we're going to address today. I'm going to teach you guys three uh, ways to get at that down and dirty groin strike from the Rhino position. Now, because I don't have a live partner here with me, it's not going to look totally realistic, so we'll do the best we can. Shadow puppet and uh, air guitar our way through this, so stay with me. Of course, I already mentioned last time we do this from the Rhino, you can of course go for that big Rhino charge, for that elbow strike right in the center mass, or if they're short enough, you can get them in the face. Okay, that will take the fight out of them right away. Hurts a lot. Okay. Let me say this again for those of you that have not tried this. All right, take a kicking shield or pad, put it against your chest, and let someone do it to you. Okay, getting nailed like this hurts a lot, even when the person is not putting a whole lot of effort into it. But I also mentioned that that technique has some serious flaws because you do tend to overextend yourself and you overcommit yourself. So if you hit, it's great. If you miss, then you're off balance and you overshoot your target. Now you're like this. Right? You're like over the person. And they can do all kinds of nasty things to you. So in a street brawl, a street scuffle, where there's no rule, because what I'm going to show you guys today is pure Krav Maga. It's not going to be applicable to the ring. So don't try to use this in your MMA matches. You'll get disqualified. Okay. Um, I'm going to go from the easiest one with you guys. So we Rhino up. We're going to move a little bit slow because I got this bulky glasses and headset on top of my head. I know. Make me look stupid. I cover up. I start moving in. Okay, just imagine this bruise is swinging, okay, as I'm doing this. I cover up, I move in. Why do I move in? Well, when you move in, they actually can't hit you quite as hard uh, in most cases. Okay, I say in most cases is sometimes you can't count on that. Sometimes the person, such as myself, trained to strike really hard from close distance and long distance, right? But in most cases, if you are in mid distance, like arm length away, the person can generate a lot of force by putting the torque, putting the body into the swing. Okay, that's going to hurt a lot. But uh, if you get in close like this, a lot, especially if you have your elbow up in the face like that, a lot of time this is crowding the hell out of them. And when you move in like this, most people can't really torque, can't really put that punch in. They're going to still smack you, but it's not going to hurt a lot, right? Like I said, you can't always count on that, but in most cases, you're pretty safe, right? So we move in to minimize the force of this punch and to get them within range for the next thing we're going to do, which is to shove them away. Okay, this sounds totally stupid. Why am I getting close just to shove them away? Well, I'm getting close because if I try to back away in Rhino, they're going to just keep coming with a big punch, big straight punch, big hook. Okay, so backing away is going to hurt me. So I need to close the distance. I need to close the distance. Rhino up, close the distance. Once I get to about close to the chest like this, I'm going to coil up a little bit, almost like I'm going for that big Rhino charge elbow. But rather than going for that, I'm going to drop my Rhino guard. My hand come down to about face level. This is still good because even if they're still hitting, my arms are still here. I open up my Rhino guard a little bit and I'm going to shove them on the chest as hard as I can. Okay, now in this case, because Bruce can't move, so we are not going to get the desired effect. But in most cases, what's going to happen It's when you go like this, that person is going to, whoa, stumble back like that. Okay? We are looking for that. So the moment I shove them, boom, my leg is going to come up right between the leg. Okay? So it's a shove, boom, right? Shove and leg come up right away. As they're backing away, you're nailing them between the leg with that very classic rising groin kick. Okay, this is the most simple. Now there's a chance that you're going to misjudge the distance, right? Some people will say, why not go for the knee strike? Okay, if you're here already, you can go for knee to the groin. Knee to the groin. Yes, you can. But the problem with that is, if the person have their rhino out like this, and they come in, and then they start trying to knee me in the groin, even if they succeed in knee me in the groin, what happens when someone kicks you in the groin or hits you in the groin? You go forward, right? So the person is here, right in my face. They knee me in the groin, I bend forward, I'm going to take them down with me, right? That's what's going to happen. If you go in for the rhino and you try to do that knee strike to the groin, you are going down with them. And if this person is big and very angry because you just need them in the groin, you do not want to go down with them. This is why we shove them away and then keep them in the groin. So now they are bent over. We are nice distant away from them to assess the situation or to turn and run away. The second move, I'm going to show you guys. Uh, by the way, I mentioned this many times. These moves are just here as examples. It's not, I don't teach like I want you to memorize every move, every angle. Uh, if they do this, you do that. If they do this, you do that. No, that's Taekwondo and Karate. I want you guys to use these examples and think about them, practice them a little, and a freestyle, right? Come up with something that works for you, something that works natural for you, and something that you are particularly good at, right? So don't just memorize techniques. Understand the principle of what we are doing and then make the move your own. That is the way to practice and learn self-defense. So, second move, again, the person starts swinging. I rhino up. I start shuffling in, inching in. Once I'm in this very close distance, I'm going to take my forward hand, the one that's on top of my head, right? What did I do? I rake this down the face. Okay, this is not a palm strike. Okay, it looks like a palm strike, but it's not. Okay, a palm strike would be boom, right? There's a forward like that. Okay, that's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is my top or forward hand go like that. So it's up, down. Okay, this is very quick. You're aiming for the eyes and nose and everything in the front. Boom. Okay, that is move number one for the second combo. Move number two, the moment I do this, I'm following my arm, my momentum down, right? So, okay, that's 1, 2, 1, 2, right? What am I doing there? I'm breaking from the rhino position, my forward hand, rake down the face, my body coil down, and my elbow go right into the groin. Okay, so I'm not going for the big rhino charge to the chest. I'm playing it safe by going for the groin. Because this way, I will not overshoot. I will not overextend myself. And if they take this elbow, never mind the groin. If they take this right in the pit of the stomach, the fight is over. Number three, my personal favorite, because this is a very sneaky one. Again, the person start swinging, 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 and Rhino up and start moving in. Once I get within range, I'm going to twist away. I'm going to turn away. Okay? There's a certain bit of risk in this, but you need to do this quick. Okay? You can't turn away and stay here because they are going to hit you on the back of the head. Right? But honestly, in this case, I don't mind that hit to the back of the head because, like I said, first, when I turn away, I'm going to do something else very quick. Second, most people don't hit all that hard from this distance. Okay, so when I turn away, they might tap me on the back of my head, with ding me on the back of the head with a fist. It's not going to hurt me that much, especially if I'm pissed off, right? So, Rhino up, they hit, I'm moving in. Once I'm close enough, I twist to the side, I drop the inside hand, boom, right into the groin, right? Okay, that is a bad way to end a day for anybody. Okay, what I'm doing here is once I twist, my hand naturally drop from my head, boom, into the groin, and then my other hand, boom, right into the throat. Okay, double whammy. Shuffle in, shuffle in, shuffle in, right? Very quick, very dirty, very effective. Again, just some examples for you guys on how to utilize the Rhino from the self-defense scenario. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I'll be back again tomorrow for Wisdom Wednesday. Whew, I need a break.